Oke, ada kemungkinan gue bisa dideportasi. And that's not good at all. Jadi mungkin beberapa kalian udah tahu kalau ada berita mungkin dari Line atau whatever, kalau Amerika sekarang udah ada bikin ketetapan dari ICE buat murid-murid internasional pemegang visa F1 dan M1, kalau murid-murid internasional nggak boleh ambil kelas full online dan stay di Amerika. Jadinya kalau sekolah mereka misalnya bikin keputusan buat go full online dalam kurikulum mereka harus dipulangin dan harus ngerjain sekolahnya itu mereka di negara mereka sendiri. Jadi to be honest, berita ini udah agak kayak berkembang gitu sih. Soalnya it kind of started off with some immigration bans, like travel bans. Kayak mungkin orang dari Cina nggak boleh ke Amerika. And then ada problem juga with the H1B visa, which is kayak buat orang yang buat kerja sekarang dari H1B. Murid-murid international, which is F1, which is me. Sekarang lagi mulai terpengaruh juga dengan keputusan pemerintah ini. Karena memang ya Amerika tuh murid internasionalnya tuh banyak banget. Dan setahu gua, in my 3 years of living in America, I only know, gue cuma tahu ada 2 cara buat lu bisa dideportasi dari negara ini. Satu, kalau GPA lu di bawah 2, which is unfortunate. Dan satu lagi, kalau mungkin lu udah bermain-main dengan something to do with police and whatever. Sekarang bisa ada pilihan ketiga buat gimana murid internasional bisa dideportasi, which is kalau mereka cuma ambil kelas online doang. Nah, tapi menurut gue sih yang kayak bikin masalah ini gede banget tuh, karena setiap sekolah itu beda-beda. Beberapa sekolah tuh bakal mungkin kayak thankfully UB bikin ketetapan kalau mereka bakal bikin hybrid classes, which is good. But nggak semua university di Amerika tuh kayak begitu. Mungkin beberapa dari mereka bakal go full online, dan nasib-nasib murid yang belajar di situ ya, they should either transfer or they just have to go home, unfortunately. But not only that though, kayak sebelum gue dapat berita tentang IC ini, gue kayak dikasih tahu gitu oleh sekolah gue sendiri kalau there was another rule that was sent by the government. Kalau mungkin beberapa orang yang baru mau bikin visa atau mau memperpanjang visa dari tanggal berapa gitu, tanggal 24 kalau nggak salah. Kalau mereka balik ke negaranya sendiri and then mau cap visa di situ, mereka nggak bisa balik ke US lagi. Jadi itu tuh artinya kalau gue udah balik ke Indonesia, mungkin gue nggak bisa balik lagi ke Amerika until further notice, atau kayak until this whole COVID-19 thing is solved, which is we don't really know when. Itu agak susah sih ya. Nah, jadi yang dari gue dari research, I think there are only 2 things us students, especially Indonesian students, apa yang bisa kita lakuin buat kita bisa ngehindarin ini sih. Jadi pertama, one yang gue bilang tadi, you can either transfer to another college that do have hybrid class, kayak UB, transfer ke UB dong, kita butuh orang Indo. Dan kalau kalian kelasnya hybrid, atau kalau sekolah kalian punya hybrid classes, kalian harus at least ambil satu kelas, atau I guess sekolah-sekolah tuh beda-beda ya peraturannya ya. Buat sekolah gue, they want me to at least take 1 credit of hybrid or in-person class buat gue bisa stay di Amerika. Dan gue nggak tahu peraturan sekolah kalian kayak gimana, pasti beda-beda. Cuman kalian harus at least ambil satu kelas buat bisa stay di Amerika. Kelas hybrid ya. And obviously di internet gue udah mulai ngeliat kayak banyak banget murid-murid internasional kayak bikin petisi buat ke pemerintah kalau this is not fair. Kayak peraturan ini cuman merugikan murid internasional. These universities di Amerika, most of their income itu literally dapatnya itu juga dari international student gitu. There's something called out-of-state There's something called out-of-state tuition, yang kalau lu tinggal di luar state itu, dan gua kan di luar negeri kan tinggalnya, which is Indonesia. So obviously gue bakal bayarnya out-of-state tuition. Out-of-state tuition itu kayak jauh lebih mahal dari in-state tuition. Even though nggak semua sekolah punya implementasi sistem kayak begitu, kebanyakan sekolah-sekolah gede itu bakal punya namanya out-of-state tuition sama in-state tuition. Dan buat mereka kayak nyuruh murid-murid internasionalnya pulang, by mereka the government, itu kayak agak curang aja sih menurut gua. Karena kayak like those students are paying full price tuition, which is already very expensive, dan they don't get to experience studying di university di Amerika, which is like what they came here for in the first place. Dan yang bikin banyak murid internasional takut itu juga kayak a lot of them came here because they wanna change their lives, karena kayak America, land of opportunities and all that, and I think banyak banget murid internasional percayakan hal itu. Mereka pengen banget stay di Amerika karena it gives them something yang negaranya nggak kasih gitu loh. Mungkin they just have more resources atau whatever, and so it really means so much to them for them to stay here, and agak kurang adil buat murid-murid internasional yang ada di Amerika. But at the same time, like gue agak ngerti juga kenapa American government kinda did this. Like first of all, kita nggak tahu kapan COVID-19 ini bakal selesai. Like there were rumors about phase 2, ya bukan rumor lagi sih. Kayak angka COVID di Amerika tuh tiba-tiba naik lagi, dan pemerintah obviously bakal ngelakuin bakal lebih berhati-hati lah dengan pergerakan mereka gitu kan. Dan yang gue mikir tuh kayak, gue ngebayangin kalau Indonesia itu di posisi yang sama kayak Amerika. Walaupun mungkin negara kita nggak kayak Amerika, maksudnya gue ngebayangin itu kayak kalau banyak murid-murid internasional yang sekolah di Indonesia, let's say sebanyak Amerika gitu, and then there's this COVID-19 thing going on. Kayak guys, dalam mata pemerintah itu, the first thing they wanna do itu ya protect their own citizen kan. So I can't really blame them for like, gue nggak gitu bisa nyalain mereka buat ngelakuin peraturan ini, karena pastinya di dalam pikiran mereka itu mereka ingin prioritasin warganya mereka sendiri, which is okay. And honestly, with all that said and done, kita sebagai murid internasional, there's not a lot of things that we can do as students. I mean, bagus kalau sekolah kita ada provide hybrid classes. Kalau nggak, mungkin kalian buat yang masih mau stay di sini harus transfer sekolah. And other than that, it's really hard to kind of gauge how the situation is gonna be in the next 4 months, 5 months, atau by the end of this year 2020. I think the best thing that we can do right now cuma ya berdoa dan berharap aja sih. And really, apapun itu eventually keputusannya pemerintah atau keputusannya sekolah lah. I think whatever it is that the school decides to do, I'm sure it's gonna be probably the best decision for hopefully everyone. Well, we'll see lah. Well, buat kalian yang sekolah di Amerika, what do you guys think? Like, obviously, beberapa dari kalian pasti pengen banget stay di sini, even though it's really unfair for the government to do this to you guys. But I'm sure sekolah-sekolah kan bakal berjuang sih buat kalian. I'm sure your school will fight for you guys, karena they know their students are important. I mean, I know at least UB is doing that, hopefully. And so yeah, let me know in the comments below what do you guys think about this whole situation. If you guys like it, do you guys not like it? Mungkin beberapa dari kalian kangen rumah. I miss home. I kind of want to go home, but I can't go home. Karena kalau gue pulang, gue mungkin susah kali balik ke sini ya. Well, anyways, thank you very much for watching, guys. That's gonna be it for this week's video. Gue mungkin bakal ada ngelakuin video lagi sama teman gue maybe next week. Please like the video, share it if you love it, and subscribe. It'll really help a lot. Tombolnya di bawah situ. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I just did that. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Bye bye.